It's 3 wins out of 3 for Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League. Spurs 1, AZ Alkmaar 0. Richarlison back on the score sheet, and Mikey Moore being compared to Neymar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Spurs in the Media, where I'll be going through all of today's newspapers, looking at all of the reports and player ratings from the game. Tottenham Hotspur 1, AZ Alkmaar 0. That is now 3 wins out of 3 in the Europa League for Spurs and 7 wins in our last 8 games. If you are watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's get straight into it, and let's start with a report from the Daily Mail today. It says here, Tottenham Hotspur 1, AZ Alkmaar 0. Richarlison's powers of persuasion and James Maddison's generosity helped the Brazilian get back among the goals as Tottenham extended their winning start to this Europa League campaign. The main heading states here, Richarlison's sweet talk seals the deal for Spurs. Now, the player ratings from the Mail on Sunday, and of course, Ange Postecoglou made 9 changes to this Spurs team. Fraser Forster, a 6 out of 10. Gray, Dragushin, Davis and Udogie all with 6s. Bergvall with a 7. Sub Kulusevski with a 6. Bentancur 7.5. James Maddison, star man, 8 out of 10. Sub Sarr, 6.5. Mikey Moore, 7.5. Richarlison, a 6.5. Sub Solanke, a 6. Timo Werner, a 5.5. And sub Brennan Johnson, a 6.5. Also in this report from the Daily Mail, it says James Maddison was captain for the night and designated penalty taker until Richarlison talked him into handling over the ball for a spot kick early on in the second half, dinked it down the middle into the net and set off his pigeon dance celebration. It has been a difficult time for Richarlison, injured and sued by a personal assistant amid speculation over a summer move to Saudi Arabia, and he resisted. And his first goal since May would have come as a huge relief. Now for a report from the Daily Mirror, and on the back page it says here, Spurs are in perfect spot again. Richarlison kept his cool to extend Tottenham's perfect Europa League start in a tight win over AZ Alkmaar. Also from the Daily Mirror, it says here, rich pickings, Brazilian spot on as Maddison is more than happy. James Maddison compared teenage star Mikey Moore to Neymar after Spurs maintained their perfect start in the Europa League. Now the match ratings from the Daily Mirror today, Fraser Forster, they've given an 8 out of 10. Gray, 6. Dragushin, 7. Davis 6, Udogie 6, Bentancur 7, Maddison a 6, Bergvall a 7, Mikey Moore a 7, Richarlison a 7, Timo Werner a 5. The Daily Mirror have actually given man of the match to goalkeeper Fraser Forster, and it says here, goalkeeper Fraser Forster had to make 3 outstanding saves for a team that showed 9 changes from the weekend win over West Ham. Fellow teenager Lucas Bergvall won the second half penalty, but it was Mikey Moore who grabbed the attention of Maddison and the home crowd after switching to the left flank after the break. Talking about Mikey Moore, James Maddison said, from minute 45 to 65, I thought we had Neymar on the left wing. He was brilliant. He demanded the ball. Fearless. That young, fearless mentality. You never want to take that away. Now for a report from the Sun newspaper, and it says here, Rich hits the spot but gets mad at Pal James. Richarlison maintained Tottenham's 100% Europa League start, but only after winning a penalty row with captain James Maddison. Now the match stats, Tottenham Hotspur had 16 shots to AZ's 9. Shots on target, Spurs 5, AZ 3. Possession, Spurs had 59% of the ball to AZ's 41%. Passes, Spurs 575 to AZ's 399. Completed passes, Spurs 498 to AZ's 319. Touches in the opposition box, Spurs had 38 to AZ 14. Corners, Spurs 6, AZ 4. Fouls conceded, Spurs 13, AZ 17. And yellow cards, Spurs 0, AZ 3. Red cards, Spurs 0, AZ 1. Now for a report from the Times newspaper, and it says here, I felt bad for Richarlison, so I let him take the penalty, says James Maddison. Richarlison won the argument with James Maddison and the game for Tottenham Hotspur as his second half penalty maintained his team's perfect start in the Europa League. Now, the player ratings from the Times newspaper today, Fraser Forster a 7, Archie Gray a 6, Dragushin a 5, Davis a 6, Udogie a 7, Bentancur 7, Lucas Bergvall 6, James Maddison a 7, Mikey Moore an 8, Richarlison a 7, Timo Werner a 5. Now for a report from the Daily Telegraph, and it says here, Moore looked like Neymar for Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur teenager Mikey Moore earned a comparison to Brazilian superstar Neymar and a standing ovation from the home crowd as a Richarlison penalty maintained the club's perfect start to the Europa League. Now, the player ratings from the Daily Telegraph today, Fraser Forster and Archie Gray both with 7s, Dragushin, Davis, Udogie all with 6s, Bentancur and Maddison with 7s, Bergvall a 6, Mikey Moore an 8, Richarlison a 6, Timo Werner a 5. And lastly, a report from the Guardian newspaper today, and it says Richarlison takes charge from spot to keep up Tottenham's perfect start. This was a long way from Tottenham's most cohesive performance of the season, but perhaps Ange Postecoglou can file away this narrow win over AZ Alkmaar as one of those nights when the result mattered most. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Spurs.